Hi. Excuse my voice. I'm still recovering from this cold and flu. I think we have like at least 6 to 7 inches of snow since last night. So anyway, today I'm gonna be showing you how to easily assemble this new poinsettia template that I have right now, and I'm gonna be listing this one, as soon as this video tutorial is finished. So, one second. So what we have here are three sizes of, let's see how big this will be. Or it's most likely like 6 inches poinsettia when it's completed. So it's very easy to make, especially if you are using a Cricut machine. But if you don't, no worries. This is also available in PDF, which is a cut and trace template. So what we need here are, cardstock of your choice of color, of course. And with this one, I chose this because I love the color and I love, the finish of it. But this is not my normal cardstock to use, because this is like 111 pounds. This is a bit thicker than what I normally use. I normally use like 65 to 80 pounds cardstock, but since there's no available cardstock on this color, I was forced to use this one. Anyway, it works perfectly okay. So one flower, one cardstock can be made with the entire flower itself. So it's also, it's not very expensive, in the sense that you can make a whole poinsettia just with one regular A4 or the 8.5 by 11 paper like this one. And this is the 65 inches. If you can notice, this is a lot much thinner than what this one is. So I already pre-cut my petals to save some time, and this is how it looks like when they came out from the machine. And if you are buying the SVG, I'm definitely giving you the perfect sizing so you can achieve this one on your cutting. But if ever you are buying the PDF, all you need to do is to lay these templates and trace this, and cut it afterwards. So what I normally do, I trace one sheet of paper, and especially if it's 65 pounds like this one, after I trace all the petals, I'm gonna put two more sheets of paper, which will make this like 3 sheets at a time that I'm cutting. Because as I told you before, I might be a little bit crafty, but my patience is not that admirable. So I want to make things faster. So 3 sheets at a time if it's 65 inches. So once you trace and cut, you already have your petals here. And we need also our stick glue and glue gun, and we need this metal roller, and I will show you later how to, what to use for this one. And of course, if you are using PDF, you need your pencils and your scissors. Let's set this one aside since we don't need them anymore. We already pre-cut our petals. And of course, if you are buying this one in PNG, you can absolutely add a line to do the scoring. And I did it first time, but I did not do it anymore since I am using the ancient Cricut machine, which is the Cricut Explorer So it took 48 years just to score every petal, and I wasn't so happy that it's very, very slow. I am really convinced that I really need the newer Cricut right now. So by the way, this one, these are the materials that I use, you know, to make a score at the center of each petal. We score at the center so that we can have a clean fold rather than, you know, just folding it without any scoring in it, especially if it's a thick cardstock. So if you don't have, this is one of the Cricut accessory, and this one is our dinner knife. And make sure that you are not using, you know, the real knife that has a really sharp blade on it. This one has a little bit dull back part, and that's what you are going to use to you know, to score the middle of your petal. The way how I do it is just I start from the very tip and then I aim it all the way to the very base here. So you have your line there. Or you can use this other tool also, which is from Cricut accessory, and then just make a line. But I prefer our knife for some reason. So see, you don't really have to have all the fancy tools, so you can craft. All you have to do is, you know, be resourceful with what you have in your house. And if you remember before, when I was making the tiny roses, the one that I used to curl the petals are those tiny screwdrivers that my husband has on his toolbox. So what I'm just doing right now is just putting a score on each petal of every sizes poinsettia, and then 3 of them are already scored out. So let's set this one aside. Actually, I already, you know, prepare some of the flowers for us to have a quicker tutorial. See, it's easier, just fold, and the fold will just go right through, you know, the scoring line, and it's so much easier and cleaner. And try to fold your petal without scoring it, and you will see the difference. So we will do all the 3 of them, so it would look like this one. So what's next, we are going to, you know, this is the largest, logically it's gonna be at the very bottom, and then let's, you know, let's position the next size, making it sure that it's covering the gap of the previous petals, and just sneak some glue behind it and just stick it. And then the smallest one, what I love to do is just to bend it really upward, and then just try putting it this way. So I already have the red petal here, and I'm gonna do the same. I'm positioning my second layer, you know, making it sure that it's covering the gap of the first layer, and then the third one. So just like this. So now we have our poinsettia. So this is like a six inches one. And then now you have all the options to have all the, you know, to have all the kind of fancy or simple or whatever center you want to have. But for me, poinsettia is just very simple. All you need to do is to have like 3 golden circles or balls in it. And that's really all. So what I do, I have this old gold bead string that I used last Christmas, and I'm pretty sure that I can still use this one for this project. Actually, I already, you know, used this one when I had an event last Saturday, and it works perfectly fine. So what I do is I'm taking the larger beads, just cut it. So at least I need 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you have any other you know, much fancy or any other idea for the center, it's all up to you. You know, the center will all be your choice. This is just, I just hate to waste this beads that I used last year that I'm not using this year anymore because I have different theme. So what I'm gonna do is just to squeeze some glue in the middle and then just drop them like that, and you have your poinsettia. So that's the first one. Here's the red, and you can just drop the 3 and then arrange them once they're already there. So it doesn't really need to be so meticulous in doing it, because no matter how you toss it in the middle, the curve of the petals around would keep it in the center. So there we have it. We have the purple. This is what I'm gonna use for my Christmas tree, and the red one also. So the reason why I have this roller here, because I want to show you also how you are going to use, how you are going to make leaves, just in case you need one. Although mine, I don't think I'm gonna need leaves on it, but just in case you guys want to. So this is how you're going to make leaves without Cricut machine. So I just cut one paper in 4, so I just use the quarter here. Actually, the quarter is even larger. Maybe I should make it an 8. Yeah, that's about right. So your leaves will depend on how big your poinsettia is. So like this one, if I did make the quarter, it's so huge for the 6 inches petal that I have here. So the first thing that you need to do, you know, this is your leaf, and then we're going to make leaf out of it. So just cut it this way, and then leave a little something so you can glue it at the back of your poinsettia. And the good thing the thing that I want to do when I'm making a leaves is, you know, try to put some details on it, not just a plain line of leaves like so. And this one. So now you have your leaves, but I don't think, you know, it has an interesting appeal on it. So that's how our metal roller would get into, and our knife or whatever you have. So this one, although I have my scoring board there, but for just one leaf, I don't want to bother by myself to get that out of the cabinet. So what we're going to do is just to make a crease here with the help of our ruler and our knife, so that we can add some clean fold into our leaves, and it will give a nice texture for our leaves. And you know, you can also do the same kind of method if you are planning to make larger leaves. So you can see that there's already the texture in it, but we will add more texture by folding it, you know, one side back and forth. Yes. And again, we are making the crease so we can have a clean, a nicer fold, rather than just folding it, you know, right away. So now we have our leaf, and you can glue it here like so, and also one on the other side. I would love to have two on every flower if I'm going to put a leaves on it. And well, okay, never mind, let's make two. Let's see how it looks like. And again, we're just going to leave a little portion here that we can glue into our base. It doesn't need to be perfectly the same leaves, because you know, normally leaves doesn't really have the same size all the time. They might have similar form, but the real leaves differ really in sizes and, you know, a little bit in texture. So again, just and the ruler here will just help you have a straighter line rather than just eyeing it. Although I don't want to use this ruler also if I'm doing the lines for my petals, but anyway, I'm just showing you how, you know, I do things without buying fancy and expensive crafting stuff. I'm sure you can find a knife in your kitchen, but make sure, as I said earlier, make sure that you are not using the knife with a sharper blade on it. So here's the second leaves, and what I would do is just dab a little glue in here and position it at the back, you know, enough that you can see the leaves. And also, it's up to you, you can arrange it this way, but I like it, you know, when two leaves are closer at each other. So we're just and there you go. And now let's put a hanger on our poinsettia, because I'm going to hang mine on a Christmas tree. So what I would love to do is to have pipe cleaner here. I didn't really know a pipe cleaner before, but now it becomes my best friend with all the things that I'm doing with my flowers. So because I'm hanging it, I need to put some wire at the base so I can, you know, just easily put it on my Christmas tree. So I just cut one strip in half because I don't really need the entire thing. It's just a small flower anyway. And what I am trying to do here is just put it on the base, and to secure it really well, I have this strip of paper the same color as the petal, and then just put some glue and hold it until it gets dry and secure. So now I can hang this on my tree and watch out for the final result of my Christmas tree with this paper flower poinsettia. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, just give it a thumbs up. You can share it in your Facebook or whatever. Just click the link, and I'm gonna make sure that this video is, since it's for Christmas, I'm gonna make this visible to everybody. So, you know, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support. Bye bye and God bless. Until next time.